Good evening and welcome to the game of the week from District 6 Stadium High School basketball or football tonight. It is 3A Northern football action as the Northridge Grizzlies host the visitors from Loveland, the Mountain View Mountain Lions. Mike Ray, George Oberleitner, and Dean Popejoy on camera. Good to have you along. Tonight is not a critical game, but let's put it this way. It's a very important game with both teams needing to get untracked as they both come in at 0-1 this evening with a very short season. Of course, coronavirus has really changed the way things are operating. As we're walking into the stadium, you see a lot of people that are spaced. Of course, not as many people allowed to come in for obvious reasons. So the season really is down to a total of 6 games, which is a combination of both non-conference as well as regular conference games. So tonight, both teams are trying to get untracked and get going if they want to make the playoffs. We're going to talk a little bit about how this crazy season is looking like in just a moment. As you know, this is now called the A season. Originally, CHSAA has a big challenge trying to figure all this out, and they've done a terrific job. Originally, the season looked like it wasn't going to happen. Then as they met and as we started to see some of the science coming into this, they looked at possibly doing what we call the B season, which would happen later on in either February or March. Then as they thought it through and as they watched the NFL and the NBA, obviously changes of mind and the way things were going to happen, they've now created this A League. They did give all the high schools in the area a chance to figure out and choose which direction do they want to go. Did they want to go the A season, which we're in now, or do they want to go into the B season, which is later on? So it's been really a chess match as to how this is going to play out. CHSAA, as I mentioned, has done a terrific job of trying to get this. Tonight, both teams come in, as I mentioned, at 0-1. Last week, it was Mountain View that fell. They lost to Fort Morgan 21-10, and of course, Northridge lost their opener, and they put 14 points on the board. So this will be an interesting game. We're going to talk more about how Northridge traditionally has played as far as the offense and the defense. We also have an expert in the booth with me here tonight, and we'll get you some information and kind of a layout as to how the Mountain Lions are going to look this evening. Good to have you along as we're getting ready for kickoff. Ball going to be taken on the 10-yard line. Looking for that hole. Gang tackled and then taken down at the 25-yard line.
Jaden Marquez with the return.
So it's going to be 16 yards on the return. It will be interesting to see how Jeremy Hayden comes out here. As you know, over the years, Northridge has been more of a passing team sprinkled with running. But again, due to a short season, when I say short season, prep work to get ready for this, really the crispness may not be there tonight. So you're going to see probably more handoffs going right side. Nice hole. Breaking tackles and taken down. It looks at about the 42, 41-yard line. So a big run to start it off. Good block on the right side. It looks like there's going to be a flag in the play. You can see already being marched back. So we will get an indicator here of what it was. Could be some kind of block in the back. Usually that's what happens when you have a big hole like that. So that nice run that Northridge just had is being pulled back, and we'll see now it's 1st and 20, and the ball sitting on the 18-yard line. Hayden is known for really trying to pull the rabbit out of the hat. He'll go a steady diet like you're seeing of handoffs, breaking a lot of tackles. Power running going on here for Northridge. And on the carry was Patrick
Diem, the
Diem.
ball carrier.
He is the senior. We're guessing over 200 pounds.
That's good enough for
And you can see the power running and the turning of the legs all set up by a very nice block, and the rest was done by him and his extra effort. So really, they nullified that nice run earlier, and of course now they gained it right back. So Northridge in the driver's seat and looking to continue the drive. Momentum setter here early in the ball game. Ball sitting on the 45-yard line. 11:19 left here in the first quarter. Possibly looking pass here. There's the play action. Good defense there. Read it and snuffed. And we were wondering when they were going to go play action. I was going to allude to earlier. We didn't have time. But Hayden generally will try to set up a diet of running and then go to the pass to try to pull off the defense. But the defense was ready, and you could see the loss on the play. Loss of 7 on the play. That brings up second down. Ball sitting on the 39-yard line. Handoff. Same Diem powering his way, getting back to the original line of scrimmage. So gaining that loss, and that'll bring up third down and 10.
Patrick Diem, your ball carrier. Stopped by Logan.
So really the key tonight, you think, because this is such a short season, and for these two teams that really haven't had as much action as they would have normally liked to have at this time of the year, really ball control is going to be the key. And offensive line play, very important, and execution. So far, Northridge doing a good job on that offensive line. 3rd and 11. Play action. There's a pass thrown high. Going to need an extra effort to get the first down. Going to be short by 1. Now we'll see how Jeremy Hayden, what kind of guts he has really here. Will he pull the trigger and try to go? Looks like about 1.5 yards for the first down. We'll actually make it 2 now that we see the official mark. And Northridge is going to go for it. Too far for a field goal. There's a handoff again. Diem going to try to force his way in, but he's stopped. And a great defensive stop by Mountain View. And you can see the charge going in off the left side, really overpowering with quickness the tackles for Northridge, making the play, and Mountain View takes over here on downs. Really the key for Mountain View, we found out really there you're going to see a heavy diet of running sprinkled with passes. We'll get you some numbers here in a moment of what happened last week. So it's going to be Aaron Bauman that's going to be starting as quarterback. High snap, quick pass to the left side. Breaking tackles, nice. Going to extend the play. And taken out around the 33, 32-yard line of Northridge. So a good idea to get the ball outside on the quick pass, trying to catch Northridge off guard. We'll see if there was a penalty on the play. You can already see marching it off. So both teams starting the game off with some penalties and erasing some good starting plays. Northridge, of course, with the run early. So pushback ball now sitting on the 41-yard line. Handoff going right side, looking for a hole, but the defense is there. Nice job by Northridge. Very quick defensive line, and really the key tonight is the linebacker play and the defensive back play to plug up holes for both teams. 2nd down, 14 yards to go for first. Looking pass, going right side. trying to break tackles, getting back close to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up third down.
Ciavarini with the stop brings up third and about 7.
So press sack with the run. We'll see what kind of creative play calling. Coming out with a couple of passes early. Looking pass here in the shotgun. There's the keeper going weak side. Pass a little bit high. It's going to bring up a fourth down. So a good defensive stand by Northridge, taking advantage of the mistake here of Mountain View. So forcing a kick. 7:53 left here in the first quarter. Good to have you along. We understand that hopefully District 6 Television, if you want to call it that, or their YouTube channel, will be bringing you more. We will keep you posted. You can go to the District 6 website and find out more for upcoming games. Big rush, getting a nice kickoff, going to send it back, going to go into the end zone, and the ball will be taken on the 20-yard line.
For a touchback. First down, Northridge.
So Jeremy Hayden, if you think about what he's done over the last couple of seasons, really it's been more not only transition, but building and coaching and trying to build up this Northridge team. And in doing so, he's built up a very good coaching staff, some very familiar names here in Greeley. One of them being Mark Rogie, if you remember that name from the Greeley West days when they not only made playoffs several times, but again went to the state tournament. We'll talk more about that later on. 7:45 left here first quarter. Northridge with the handoff going right side. You can see just waiting for the hole to open up was Diem.
Diem the ball carrier.
So Diem getting about 4 on the play. That will bring up second down. Actually, they're calling it 5, so it's second and 5.
Second and 5, Northridge.
Really, it'll be interesting to see once Northridge opens this up. You will see some scrambling, in other words, getting the quarterback out of the pocket. Diem again with a big hole, rambling. Hard to get him down, taking it up to midfield. You're going to see a heavy diet here of Diem, and why not? We are guessing Diem's around the 210, 220 range. Almost looks college level size, and it has the power. Hand off Diem again. Ramley got the big hole. Taking it down to the 35-yard line. He's going to have some massive numbers. When we go to the break here at the quarter, we'll get you some numbers here, but Diem so far, it is his show tonight. So far, we find out that he has 77 yards already. We're still in the first quarter. This could be a record-setting night here for Northridge. Handoff again, up the middle, this time met, maybe a gain of a yard. That's going to bring up second down. So you think about what Northridge has on the coaching side. Burkholder is back from the Greeley West days. He's the line coach. You can't miss him. He's the guy that looks like he's played college ball. We know for a fact that he did. And he is very good at developing offensive lines. And he is sitting on the sideline with his former coach, Mark Rogie, of course, who's very good on the offensive side as far as calling plays and developing the team overall and special teams. Jeremy Hayden, of course, doing a terrific job on play calling. Pass down the middle, bobbled, almost intercepted off the fingertips. Very much a catchable ball. And it's going to bring up third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
I would not be surprised if we see the quarterback here for Northridge start breaking it out, meaning Cooper Rose. It will be interesting to see if they try to set him free and let him improvise if he gets out of the pocket. There's looking pass. Here comes the rush. Sandwich play by the Lions, causing another loss, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Number 53.
Most likely they will not go for this. I don't know if their field goal kicker has the leg to get it from here, but we'll find out. So really nowhere to go there. The defensive line really putting together a very nice charge. And 3 Lions in on the play. 4th and 13. Looking pass over the middle again, overthrown. Defenders were there, so he was probably thinking get the pass up high so it wasn't intercepted, but it's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Lions again with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. But so far it's been Diem, and Diem has been having a terrific day. Patrick, of course, also plays linebacker and is a senior here for the Northridge Grizzlies. You look at the roster overall, and most of the team is really made up of sophomores and a few seniors on the lineups here. So really this is one of those transition years here for Northridge. Handoff going right side. Stringing it out nicely is the defense, maybe 2 to 3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Grado, the ball carrier. Stopped by Isaac Ness.
So Grado, Isaiah Grado on the carry, getting 3 on the play. Left side, nice hole, getting the first down and more. Going to be a foot race. Nice play by Northridge to be able to slow it down because it looked like it was really a gallop to the house. So a good play to just hang on and then spin it around the runner. And that was Mays with that big run. Here's the pass. Nice catch taken at the 18-yard line. And in that was Franklin Brigham on the reception. .426 left. Lions in a good way, marching down the field. Nice mixture of plays between the run and the pass. And that's really the key at this level. You think about how, if you make it more sophisticated, if you have a quarterback that can throw and run, and so far we're seeing that in the Lions tonight. You know, the Lions, you think about what their season has looked like so far, not a whole lot of passing, but that's not a bad thing because, again, it takes literally 3 to 4 games to kind of get into your season. And, again, when you don't have so much prep time that they normally would have in August, you think normally a lot of the football teams throughout Colorado are starting right around the 1st of August. That was completely taken away. And the ability to work out in school just wasn't given them even on their own. So it's been remarkable what these coaches and the players have done in a very, very short time. So we'll see what kind of a rabbit is pulled out of that here by Bart Mays. So far, a heavy diet. Nice pass. Going to get the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal. We'll see what the official mark is. But using the shotgun heavily here is Bart Mays, and so far very effective tonight. Ball sitting on the 9-yard line. Handoff going left side, trying to cut the corner, looking for the end zone. Pushing his way through, and it looks like, yep, it is 6 for the Lions.
Touchdown, Mountain View.
So nice extra effort here by the Lions. You could see just looking for that little extra edge, trying to cut across and extending it in for the score. So it was Isaiah Grado with the first score of the ball game, looking for the extra point. Are the Lions. And it's Walker back to kick for the Lions. Extra point looks a little bit left. We're not getting any official signal here. And it looks like, yep, they're going to have a re-kick here. We're not sure exactly what happened there. So it looks like, yeah, penalty on the play. It's going to be movement on the line, so we're going to do it all over again. So Walker giving a second chance. It didn't look like he had made it. It looked a little bit left. That one is blocked, so hands getting up. Of course, they talk a lot about that in preseason of getting the hands up. So again, another false start. And we get to try it again, this time a little bit further back. So a little bit of practice here for Walker this evening. But nonetheless, it was a nice play by Northridge, doing fundamental defensive football, getting the hands up and knocking that one away. We'll see what the third attempt. Will it be a charm here for the Lions? Little bobble on the snap. You could see really just didn't get it down quick enough, and this time it was blocked and the kick was low anyways. So it's 6-0 here at District 6 Stadium. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Marquez and Pratt's back for a receive. Walker to kick for Mountain View.
Welcome back to District 6 Stadium, and you saw a very nice series here by the Lions, of course, mixing up the play action pass as well as the run. Unfortunately, they were not able. 3 times was not a charm, and Walker just got the last one blocked, really 2 block plays, so we're sitting at 6-0. Short chip shot. And losing the handle, we'll see who comes up with it. It does look like from here that it was Northridge. Yep, it was Northridge. The fans breathing in deep on that one because it looked like the Lions were very close to snatching that one up.
Short kick was recovered by Reese Pratt. First down, Northridge.
Now, we did see in the last series for Northridge, Diem, meaning Patrick Diem, who accumulated so far in this ball game over 80 yards at this point. So we'll probably see that again, some good safe plays. Has not been able to establish the pass yet. There is Diem again. Rambling again, big hole. You can see him trying to stiff arm his way and shove the defender back. There is a flag on the play. We'll see if it goes against Patrick Diem, because you could see him literally trying to shove off the defensive back. And that would have been Drake Asturi who was trying to bring him down. There is a personal foul, it looks like, and it's going to go against the Lions. So we're going to add a few more onto that big gallop and setting up the Grizzlies very nicely here with 3:49 left here in the first quarter. Oh, it's so nice to be back here at District 6 Stadium. As you know, they've done a facelift over the years. About 5 years ago, they've changed the whole look of this stadium, and it is looking pretty tonight. Definitely fall in the air. Hand off to Diem again. That left side is really opening up nice. The tackle's doing a terrific job, and the guard, but really mostly the left tackle really setting him up. And really that's the Lions are going to have to adjust to that, because Diem is just going to continue to pound that left side. And clearly he's going to have close to 100 yards here in the first half or first quarter alone. He's already sitting at 113 officially. In the shotgun, we'll see what kind of magic they try to pull on this one. Yep, looking pass. Here comes the defense, and intercepted. So far, every time that Northridge has tried to establish the pass, and you can see the confidence level just not there tonight. Throwing into a crowd, there were 2 defenders in the area, and you could see the defenders rushing in on the quarterback, and he had them really, he could tell they could hear the feet coming in, and I think that had something to do with it. So it was Daniel Parsek with the interception here for the Lions. So a good opportunity here still in the first quarter, 3:23 left, for the Lions to get another score before we go to the break. Left side, cutting back, really extending the play. Looked like he was going to go down early in the backfield, but again, extending it, being patient in the run, extending it out and getting 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5. So again, Isaiah Grotto doing a good job tonight, extending that play and getting 5 yards. Handoff up the middle, close to the first down, fell about a yard short. Again, Grotto getting tripped up, but again, 2 good efforts, and now they're at 3rd, and they are going to give him the first down. Yeah, it gave him enough. From here, it almost looked like he was a yard short. Ball sitting on the 37-yard line. Looking pass, good idea. Nice cutback. Getting about 7 to 8 yards on the play. So very nice play calling tonight here by the Lions. Going pass, going run. Using, obviously, the play action, doing that well. And using the shotgun effectively. So some good play calling tonight. What we understand is this looks a lot different than last week as far as their offense. Last week, as they played Fort Morgan, meaning the Lions, it was a 0-0 tie until they hit the 3rd quarter, and that's where the wheels fell off. 2nd and 2. You can see there's going to be movement on the line. Doing the staggered count, but it worked against the Lions. It's going to go against them. That's going to be 5 yards. We're going to be covering a little bit later on in the webcast where they stand as far as the 4A Northern. Give you an idea who the leaders are. We have some passing and rushing leaders we're going to be talking about shortly. 2nd and 7. Here's Grottos trying to cut that left side. He's done it well so far tonight. He's going to get the first down and more. For extra measure, got an extra couple of yards. So back in the driver's seat is the Lions. And the ball is going to be sitting right at the 50-yard line. Still plenty of time to try to get the ball in before the quarter. Minute 27 left here for the Lions. So really, you can see both teams needing to adjust so far. It's adjusting on the pass and the run of Grottos going left side, and it's the same for the Lions to adjust against Diem for Northridge, who's had a huge day so far. Looking, nice read getting away from the rush. That could have been really a disaster if you think, because if that would have been about a 7 or 8 yard loss and actually turned into a couple of yard gain. So nice read there and escape by the Lions. Handoff in the defense is right there slowing it down. Maybe a yard or 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Says Daniel Parsek on the run. Going to bring up 3rd and 7. Northridge needing a stop here is try to break some of that momentum that we've seen early in the ball game. The bonus is that the Lions weren't able to convert that extra point. We'll see if that makes a difference later on in the ball game. And that will do it. So after one in the books, it's 6
In
to
the first
nothing.
quarter,
Mountain View on
Mountain
top.
View
You're watching
6,
the game of the week from
Northridge
District
0.
6 Television, and I will say YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
Wing Shack is a proud partner of Grizzly football. They'll provide meals for the players and continually work with us each year to sponsor our team with food and other donations. Thank you, Wing Shack. The Grizzlies would also like to thank Roma and Chick-fil-A for sponsoring and feeding the players last week for their Green Mountain matchup.
Welcome back to District 6 Stadium, entering into the second quarter. It's the Mountain Lions in white. Of course, it looks like the purple helmets. Handoff right side this time. Oh, nice run. It's going to be a foot race and a shoestring tackle. Guess who? No surprise there. Of course, Grado really starting to pick up some yardage himself. It's going to be a contest between Grado and Diem. Going right side this time. Nice call by Mays. Getting the first down. Looking past, going right side. Defense is there. It's going to be a foot race and a chase. Nice cutback. You can see the speed. Instead of a 8-yard loss, another, say, to 3 to 4 yard gain. We've seen that twice so far here this evening by the Lions. And a good reaction time here. So that brings up second. We're going to call it 2nd and 5. Looking past. Here comes the defense. Partially ticked, it looked like, as the pass was released. So Bauman being pressured there by the defense. Good job. That's what the Grizzlies need to do, is put a lot more pressure, not only on Bauman, but as you can see, the handoff, trying to get in and mess up before the play really develops. Because it seems like once Grotto gets that first 3 steps, he's gone. And that's when he's picked up 5, 10, and even 15 yards on the play. 3rd and 5. Grotto, it's Parsec. Parsec breaking tackles, getting the first down. We're seeing some very good extra effort by both Parsec and Grotto here tonight by the Lions. 13 on the play, and they're close to, we'll give you the official, looks like sitting on the 12-yard line. So Lions knocking on the door again here just into the second quarter. Good to have you along from District 6 Stadium. Right side Grotto. And it looks like he's down to about the 4.5-yard line. So again, you look at what they're getting per carry. We'll get an average on that, but it's at least 5 to 8 yards per carry average. Offensive line doing a great job also for the Lions. Both teams doing a great job of opening the holes. Handoff up the middle and quickly snuffed. Good play by the Northridge Grizzlies. This will be an interesting play call here as we're sitting at 3rd down. Really the key for the Grizzlies, they need to get the linebackers more involved because obviously the defensive line is getting beat. So linebackers, and I want to even say the defensive backs, need to get much more involved to plug those holes. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night here for Northridge. Nice cut up the middle, close to the first down. Looks like it was stopped right about the 1-yard line.
Steal the ball carrier. Stopped by Javaria.
So we're looking at it. Looks like Castillo on the run. Nice, again, Mixing of the plays, and more importantly, mixing the running backs to try to throw off the defense. Ball sitting on the 1 yard line. Play action. Going to take it himself, and Bauman taking it in for the score.
Coming on the keeper for a touchdown, Mountain View.
So a nice read by Bauman. So far, we've seen a terrific job, not only on his passing, but when pressured, able to get out of trouble. And on the play action, drawing the defense in and just galloping towards the right side and getting 6. We'll see what kind of conversion. Last time, remember, 3 times was not a charm for the Lions, and they weren't able to get that extra point. So it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Not a bad idea. And a right side taken immediately by the Grizzlies. Nice tackle on the play. It was Castillo on the run. And that was a much-needed play by the Grizzlies to try to get some momentum back, if you think about it. Really, nothing to get nervous about here. It's way too early in the ball game. And the Grizzlies have had a very good ground game. What they really need to establish is to get some kind of passing game just to mix it up, because they are looking obviously every time for Patrick Diem, who's over 100 yards. But to be more effective, their offensive line has done a good job. But really the confidence level so far, we've not seen it in the passing game. And understandably, every time that the Grizzlies go back to pass, there's been a lot of pressure. There's been enough time for the defense of the Lions to get in. So we'll see what kind of rabbit that Hayden pulls out of his hat to mix it up and try to throw off the defense of the Lions. Going to be a short kick taken on the 25-yard line. Taking it up close to the 40. It is going to be on the 40, where Northridge will begin again.
First down, Northridge.
Really the key for Northridge, if they're going to go pass, they need to get the quarterback out of the pocket and quickly, just as we've seen with the Lions and how effective that's been. If they decide to go pass, if they do, they need to go short passes, even if it's over the middle or, say, a 4 or 5 yard pass on the outside with the down and out. We'll see what they do here. You can see Diem in the backfield. Handoff, there's Diem again, going left side, this time getting tripped up. And 2 Lions there to take him down. So you can see the adjustment starting to happen here by the defense. You think about what we saw in the first quarter, pretty much every time he owned the left side. So coming out here in the second quarter, we'll see if they can continue to do, if they can keep him to 2 to 3 yards of run, that's a big victory for the Lions, if they can do it. Diem again, up, and again met. They're looking for him now. You can see the adjustment beating the offensive line, and that is the secondary coming in and jamming it and putting pressure on. So the adjustment has been made. Now we'll see if Northridge on the offense can make the adjustment. Third down and 11, ball sitting on the 39-yard line. And you think psychologically, Northridge has put together some very nice drives, and to lose it when they were close to scoring. There's looking past. There it is again, knocked down. Going to bring up 4th down. So some very good reads and very good pressure by the Lions going in and swatting that one away. And it's going to force Northridge to kick here. The danger that you have here is that the Lions not only are scoring, but they're chewing up a lot of clock to do it. So if they can continue to do this, this could be could be a long night for Northridge. End over and kick almost blocked. Going to take a little bit of a Northridge roll. The ball will be down at about the 32-yard line. Good to have you along, District 6 webcast. You can watch this as many times as you like. It is free. Can you believe it? Isn't that a great deal? You get to see some good football. If you're a Lions fan or if you're a Northridge fan, as much as you like, just go to the District 6 website. We'll get you some more information on that later on. So how important is this series for the Northridge Grizzlies? They need to come up with a stop. So far, it has been all Lions in the first quarter. And there's a flag on the play. And it looks like it's going to go against the Lions. And it's going to be movement on the line, so a little bit fortuitous here for the Grizzlies. Again, plenty of time if they can get them to go 3 and out, and then, of course, get some good field position. Northridge really needs to score before halftime. Handoff right side. Oh, big hole. It's going to be a foot race. It's Grotto. Grotto racing down to the 10 and going to take it in. One play, one score. 73-yard gallop here by Isaiah Grotto. And that was set up by a beautiful block on the offensive line on the right side. And he just blew it by. As we mentioned earlier, if you don't get him in the first 3 steps, he is gone, especially when he cuts on the outside. 18-0, Lions on top. Wow, what a executed play. Very well executed and drawn up. Pass looking to try to get the 2. A little bit high and no reception. Trying to go to Franklin Brigham. And just a little bit too high and too hot. So again, extra points not really being done very well, but it doesn't matter for the Lions' sake. They are up 18-0. So the Grizzlies now really needing to kind of mix it up. They've been read. They understand that it's going to go to Diem. And now it's time to do something a little bit different, even if they go play action. The problem that's happened here is that the quarterback for Northridge, when going back to pass, just hasn't had time to really set up and get a decent pass off. And you got to give credit to the Lions because they're coming up with hands up coming in on the defense and making it tough. So the pressure has been on, to be fair to the Northridge quarterback. They just need to give him a little more time on the setup. 7:31 left here in the second quarter, District 6 Stadium. Mike Ray, George Oberleitner, and Dean Popejoy bringing it to you. Of course, Dean and I have been doing games here for the last 8 to 10 years here at District 6. It's good to be back with you here in 2020. Taken on the 16-yard line, looking for the hole. Taken down at the 30. Lions sandwich, and that's where the Grizzlies will take over.
Marquez, flag on the play.
So far, really, Cooper Rose has been owned. It's just really simple. The sophomore, of course, learning the tricks of the trade, learning to handle game pressure. And to be fair to any team out there right now, just not a lot of prep time coming into this season. Flag on the play, it looks like. So to rub salt in the wound, it's going to be pushed back a little bit more for the Grizzlies. So it's going to be marked at the, we'll see it here, 20, 18, 17-yard line. So in the eye, we'll see what they try to pull out here. Split wideouts, handoff. There goes Diem, and again met quickly, trying to go left side.
Diem stopped by.
So actually a loss on the play, beating the offensive line, a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So they've gone a heavy diet of going left. Really, if you can start going right or even going short passes in the flat very quickly, just do a quick out. Here it comes. Looking for that pass. And knocked down again. Good job by the Lion defense. Trying to feed it over the middle, but there was a clog in the middle. So really, the key here is to try to go outside a little bit on the sidelines and try to get something open. So a tough night so far here for Cooper Rose. Percentage just not there as far as completions, but a lot of that is the defense. Again, met quickly, trying to escape, losing the ball. And we'll see who officially it comes up to. It looks like the Grizzlies did get it.
By number 82, Fascalini.
So it's a loss of 3, and it's now 4th down, so the Grizzlies will be forced to punt again. For the Lions, you got to think they're going to get good field position here with 6:23 left here in the second quarter. If they can march it in, they can really make this a commanding lead and make it very tough on Northridge. Not a strong kick. Ball going to be down right at the 41-yard line for the Lions in Grizzly territory.
Down by Jenkins.
District 6 Stadium, boy, I'll tell you what, it is very much not only fall-like, but starting to feel more like winter-like. Haven't seen any snow yet, but of course in Colorado, don't look too fast. You never know what you're going to see the next day. So what's amazing is how these players have trained in the smoke-filled atmosphere. I mean, it's been very tough lately for just people in general, let alone athletes, to have to train in this. Looking pass, quickly connecting, setting up, taking it down to the 35-yard line. Good execution, and very quickly getting that pass off. You can see establishing the pass and then trying to throw off the defense, as we've talked about. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4, 6-yard gain. Looking pass again. Here comes the defense. And intercepted if he was able. Nope, they're calling no catch. Just not able to haul it in. Good attempt by Northridge. That was Jaden Marquez, the defensive back, and just couldn't quite get his hands underneath, but a good attempt anyways. Third and 4. We'll see if they were drawn off. You could see it looked like the guard moved for the Lions, but it's going to go against Northridge. So that should give them first down and move in the sticks. Ball will sit at the 30-yard line.
Extra first down, Mountain View.
So you can see Northridge maybe pressing just a little bit there, jumping the gun. Looking pass, going corner. Just a little bit over the reach. Good idea. You can see pointing fingers saying, is there pass interference? But there wasn't. No flag on the play. So it was Ben Trubia going down the sideline, just not able to draw it in just past his fingertips. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Hand off to Grotto. Grotto getting a couple of yards on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Really, you think you saw on that last play by Bauman, the time that he was given, because that was really a long pass play. There was about 30 to 40 yards in the air. And I'm going to give credit to the Lions' offensive line to be able to give Bauman that time to try to feather one in there. 3rd and 9. going to be a timeout by the Lions. We'll take 1-2 with 4:46 left here in the second quarter. 18-0, Lions on top.
Matt Chapin, our local State Farm agent, Matt donated generously towards the senior banners. Thanks, Matt. Rich Bartel and Bartels and Company, LLC, certified public accountants, supports our program and also donated very generously towards feeding our players and the senior banners. We appreciate you, Rich.
Welcome back to District 6 Stadium, 4:37 left. It is 3rd and 9. We'll see what kind of play calling and creative play calling we've seen very nicely done tonight by Mays. Bart Mays, of course, for the Lions, mixing the plays up, and he's been very creative, so he's going to have to come up with something here to continue. Very important for Northridge to stop this right now. You figure if they go up 24, it's going to be tough going into the second half. And really, their bread and butter has been shut down in Patrick Diem. If you look at the numbers, you think this is the end of the ball game here for Patrick Diem, over 100 yards rushing, but we're still not to halftime yet, but no score. And that has been good to good defensive execution and adjustments here by the Lions. Some discussion going on here. We're not sure if they're trying to figure out what the play is, but we're going to, as far as what they're going to play and run, we're going to take some looks at here at the standings in the 3A Northern football standings. So far on top is Meade and Roosevelt. We'll talk about that more in a moment. Looking pass over the middle, nice throwing catch, and a shoestring tackle saving the touchdown.
Bauman's pass to Pressick.
And Bauman throwing to Pressick.
First down, stopped by.
And a nice throwing catch, taking it down to the 4-yard line.
First and goal, Mountain View.
So Mountain View knocking on the door. Handoff right side, Grotto. Spins, gets a couple on the play, taking it down close to the 1-yard line.
Ball carrier, stopped by.
So a nice slant over the middle earlier to Pressick, and almost taking it in, but a good shoestring tackle by Northridge to prevent the score. Looking pass, getting the time off the hands. Again, trying to go to Trubia. And it was right there, maybe a little too hot to handle, and maybe at the last second, a hand getting up to distract him from the Grizzly defender. So it looks like there may be a penalty on the play. We're going to get the official. But it looks like, yep, the Lions are moving back, so it's going to go against them, and that could really help the Grizzly effort here.
Procedure, Mountain View.
So as we mentioned, in the 3A Northern, I keep wanting to say 4A Northern, it is Meade on top. Over the past 3 or 4 seasons has a good program. Roosevelt right there along with Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan, of course, beating the Lions last week 21-10. There's the keeper looking pass, and they're saying no catch.
Incomplete.
So it is incomplete. Good idea by Bauman. Getting dangerously close really to the line of scrimmage on that play, but just before getting to the line of scrimmage did release the ball. But, of course, the receiver not able to draw it in. Very impressed with Bauman and his ability to read tonight. He's looking very good. And by what we're hearing, really a whole different team this week than what they faced last week against Fort Morgan. Isn't it amazing how a game or two, how quickly they develop? That's what they need is playing time. Handoff left side. It is wide open and taking it in for the score.
The ball carrier for
wow, that was huge.
Touchdown.
So it's Grotto with another gallop to the end zone going left side. He's having a career day tonight. We'll get you some numbers at halftime for both teams. Do a little halftime show for you, give you some ideas of what's going on around the league, some other scores, and of course get you some numbers for both teams. So, yeah, there's going to be a little conference here, obviously, by Bart Mays wants to talk it over with his team. After going in on the score, really they have not been successful whatsoever trying to get either the 2-point conversion or, of course, the extra point on the kick. So they're going to try to get 2, obviously, here. They're just not confident in the ability to get the ball down for the extra point. And we saw that 3 times was not a charm. Bauman, of course, when his attempts to throw balls into the end zone for a conversion, throwing them a little bit hot and just a little bit hard for the receivers to catch it. And let's give some credit to the defense of Northridge, doing a good job of getting the hand up and putting pressure on the receivers of the Lions to prevent the 2-point conversion. So really we'll see if they can do that once again here. It's now 24-0. Still 4:06 left here in this second quarter as we march towards halftime. In the rest of the league here for the 3A Northern Conference, after we have the top 3, which is Meade, Roosevelt, and Fort Morgan, then comes Mountain View. Now, if Mountain View wins tonight, this could be really make a big difference in the league. There's the extra point. It does look good this time, and it is good.
Walker's kick is good.
Very well executed, getting the ball down. Good height on the ball, and you can see the leg of Walker. He's got the leg for it. So that makes it 25-0 as we finish out the northern standings. Then comes Frederick, Thompson Valley, the Eagles, of course, and then, of course, Northridge right in there. So really the key for tonight, we'll see how this changes the league. We don't know the scores yet around the league in regards to Fort Morgan and Roosevelt. We know Roosevelt is playing tonight. Roosevelt is one of those teams that has really done a face-over or a face makeover, if you will, over the years. They were traditionally a running team. They went to passing. And as we look at stats for Roosevelt, the Rough Riders have gone back to really their traditional mode of heavy running. So these teams are going to be clashing as they go down here in the next 5 weeks. If you get a chance, go to your local stadiums, check out some great football action here in the 3A Northern Conference. Chip shot going to be taken at the 40. Gang tackle scrum, if you will. Ball is going to be taken at the 47, 48-yard line for the Grizzlies. 3:58 left. Plenty of time here for the Grizzlies to get something on the board. And, of course, much needed. So basically taking a wedge and kicking it right over around the 38-yard line. Grizzlies moved it up a couple of yards, and we'll see what they can do. Yeah, Roosevelt tonight we found out is playing Malcolm. We will get you some updates on those scores. Nice run. There's Diem. Welcome back, Patrick. Nice ramble, taking it about 7 to 8 yards. This time going up the middle on the quick trap, and that's just what they needed.
Second short, Northridge.
So it's going to be 2nd and 2. Diem again, this time going over the left tackle, easily getting the first down. Got another 2 to 3 yards on the play.
Number 32. That's good enough for a Grizzly.
So that is a Grizzly first down. I am just amazed at how Diem is just really manhandling and doing a great job. Really just one series there where he was not stopped. And it looks like he's back on that train once again. Handoff right side. There's Diem cutting back. Nice cutback, but there is a flag on the play. Going to get about 8 on the play. We'll see if there's some kind of hold there. Usually when it flies that fast, that's what it is. There it is. Yep, going to go against Northridge. That hold really was what opened up the hole for Diem, but it was a nice reaction on Diem's part. You think a back that big, he's got to be about 6'1", clearly over 200 pounds, and the way he was able to spin there shows some very good athletic ability and able to read, and, you know, very good feet too as well. So it's now first and a chunk, and when I say chunk, it's 20 yards. Oh, mishandle on the snap. Going to be some more yards to eat here for Northridge. Really, it just looked like the quarterback took his eyes off the ball. The ball was there on the snap, probably about the thigh level, but shit was easily could have handled it. So we're not sure what happened on the play. Clearly, there was no defender there to bring any pressure. 2:22 left. The sand is starting to evaporate here, if you will. Looking pass. Back to Diem on the pass. Good idea. Diem breaking tackles. And he got a lot back, and that was much needed on the play. It's going to bring up third down. Good idea on the misdirection on the pass, setting up the screen. Because they were looking pass going right, and he went left on the screenplay. And that's the guy you want to get the ball to, is getting it to Patrick Diem. You get it in his hands, and it's very hard to get him out down, especially if there's any kind of opening in the flat. Very similar to what we see with Grotto here for the Lions. So this is a nice march here by the Grizzlies. I like the fact that they're starting to mix the plays up. Instead of just going the traditional left side with Diem, they opened it up with a couple of nice runs up the middle with the traps that set it up. And then, of course, you saw the nice screen pass there that really got some more yardage, and it brings up third now and 3rd and 6. And they picked up a huge chunk of yardage. Remember, it was 1st and 20. So they gained 14 on the play, and that's just what they need to get that momentum back that we saw in their first 2 series in the ballgame. I mean, if they can start repeating that, they could get back in this game. But the defense of the Lions so far has been outstanding at really breaking the momentum of Diem. Looking play action, going pass. Good idea. Got a man on open. Nicely executed, spinning, extending the play, taking it down to the 15-yard line. That's the best pass play. And it was all set up by getting the quarterback out of the pocket, going to his strong side, giving him a little bit of time to hit the open receiver. Good play by Northridge. Good call by Jeremy Hayden. Ball sitting on the 15-yard line. There's the handoff. Nice spin. Going to gain a couple of yards. Keep the momentum going. Minute 37. The clock is moving. Still plenty of time, but they need this score. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball sitting on the 12-yard line. Looking pass, getting some time over the middle, just out of the reach. Had to get rid of it because you could see the pressure being put on. If he hadn't released it a little bit early, he would have been gang tackled. So again, the pressure being put on by the Lions just at the right time for them. It's going to bring up third down. So really, you got a couple of shots here. It doesn't mean that you have just one down. You just got to get 7 yards. You can do 2 shots to get it. What do you got to lose? There's a hand up on the delay. May have gotten a yard. So now it's going to bring up 4th down. They did gain 1 yard. Under a minute left here. Going to have to start using the clock a little bit more wisely, taking a lot of time here to try to figure this one out. Really, you want to call 2 plays if you do get the first down. You got to get it in there. I'm trying to figure out the strategy of this. if they're trying to chew it down. And now it looks like there may be a timeout on the field. We do not see the clock stopped. And they do finally call timeout. Wow, they wasted a lot of time there. We're down to 22 seconds. So really, this play is going to have to really count here to try to get it in, or at least have 2 plays called so that if you do get the first down, you got to go right away because the clock is almost up. So again, Hayden does have a lot of plays that he can draw from. And so far we've seen in this series, using the quarterback getting outside of the pocket has been effective and looking for the receiver down the field. So maybe that's something and there's plenty of speed in the quarterback here for Northridge to try to extend the play with his feet if he doesn't see anybody open. And even run out of bounds to try to stop the clock. So we'll see what Hayden's pull out of his bag of tricks here to try to extend this and try to get the score. Going right side, looking for pass, going end zone, and caught. What a beautiful catch, and touchdown in the corner. So feathering it in just when they needed it. And what was impressive about that play was the patience by the quarterback to let his receiver get open and trusting him, because there were two defenders right around the receiver, and a great throw and a great catch by Northridge, just what the doctor ordered. So clearly Northridge going to go 2 on this. Looking same thing, this time knocked down, good defense. Knocked down nicely by Persick. So Persick doing it both offensively and defensively and preventing the extra point. So we're sitting with 16 seconds left, and it's 25-6, and that was sure needed by Northridge. So that's something that you can take positive into halftime to build from as they take a break and talk over strategies here in 16 seconds. Other games tonight, or shall we say other scores that we saw here last week, it was Thompson Valley getting blown out by Meade, and Meade really started to show its muscles. Of course, over the last 3 and 4 years, we saw Meade really battling it out with Roosevelt. Meade winning that one 49-6. Of course, Meade will be playing again later this evening. So really, it will be interesting to see when Meade and Roosevelt clash. We have covered that in the past. It will be a great game to watch. And apparently, the game is tonight, so we're going to try to get an update here at halftime for you on some of the important games around the 3A Northern Football League. All of them important, including this one here for both teams, both the Northridge Grizzlies and Mountain View. Ground ball taken at the 25, and that should pretty much do it as we head towards halftime. Really, highlights, you got to give it to the Mountain Lions. They took it down. They did a lot of ball control. Their play calling was awesome. They were able to use the pass and the run and use a variety of weapons that they've obviously developed very quickly with a short amount of prep time. And they've got 11 seconds left. It could be a Hail Mary. We'll see what they pull out of the hat. Yep, they're going to do the victory kneel down, and that will do it.
Northridge downs the ball. It brings us to halftime.
So we're sitting at halftime here at District 6 Stadium. We'll see what kind of a halftime show. Traditionally, we see not only the spirit leaders, but also the band. We'll see if that is coming our way. And we'll put together some numbers. We'll get them back to you here during the halftime show. And we'll also talk about what's going on in the rest of the league. You're watching the Game of the Week here from District 6 Stadium. We'll be back shortly.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Now I'm anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
I'm Lauren, I'm in 8th grade and I go to Brentwood Middle School. My favorite class is probably science because it helps you learn more about how things work and how they have evolved. Probably learning about how the earth has changed over time and how we humans have evolved over time too. It depends. Usually it's just the problem or what we are learning because that helps me get intrigued in what we're learning and makes it better to understand because I like it's helped me become a risk taker and kind of like a leader in the classroom. It's helped me not be as nervous. In a way, it helps me not be as quiet. Yeah, because it helps me focus more on that subject to make it easier to turn in everything and focus on what I'm learning. I'm gonna go to West. I picked that one because that's where my siblings went. And they have good musical programs and sport teams, so I'm looking forward to having more things to do with band, like a jazz band, a marching band. I would probably like to major in marine biology or something to do with math, probably. I don't know, I've just always been really intrigued by those two subjects. I like Brentwood because of the teachers, because they always give you second chances and help you when you need it. Everyone gets along and they try not to bring others down.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
Welcome back to District 6 Stadium. It's halftime, and we're about 3 minutes away from the opening bell, if you will, and it has been really kind of a beating for a while here for the Mountain View Mountain Lions. They have come out swinging, and they did very nice ball control, obviously good running plays, good passing plays, and really some good numbers. And what we're informed is this is a totally different team than what we saw last week against Fort Morgan. It is a marked difference, not only offensively, but at times when they needed good defensive plays that kept Northridge from really rambling, as we saw in the first two series where Northridge really was controlling the ground, and it looked like they were going to be the team that controlled all the ball timing, if you will, and time of possession in the first quarter. But it turned around quickly. We're going to give you some numbers here for the Mountain View Mountain Lions. Of course, some very good passing by Bauman, who went and is actually on a pace tonight for one of his better nights that he's ever had. Bauman, of course, throwing for 80 yards and, of course, a number of completions, completing 8 passes and having a very good pass on the misdirection, obviously getting out of the pocket on the play action and doing a good job of reads and escaping when the pressure of Northridge was on him. You saw several times it looked like he was going to be caught in the backfield, and to avail of Northridge thinking, oh, we have him here, and not able to get him down, and he would scramble and turn an 8-yard loss into a 3 or 4 yard gain, and that's huge to keep the drives going. So it was Bauman with 80 yards passing so far in the ball game, and no surprise here, Isaiah Grotto running for 14 carries and 142 yards. He really owned that left side there for a while, as did the Northridge Grizzlies, and we're going to talk about them going left side momentarily. If you look at the total yards in the ball game so far, it's 252 yards so far of total offense here for the Mountain Lions. So it has been a huge half for the Lions as they have put up 25 points on the board. Really, the only error or errors, or the only thing that you can criticize, is their ability to get the extra point, and of course several times could not get the 2-point conversion. Some of that had a lot to do with the defense of Northridge putting pressure on. So again, in one series, if you recall, there were 3 attempts, the very first one, and they were just not able to get the ball up and of course get it through the uprights. For the Northridge Grizzlies, really it has been really one show, if you will, and it has been really the legs of Patrick Diem, the senior, number 10. Of course, Patrick sitting at about 6'1". We don't know the official weight on him, but I would not want to get in front of him. Let's put it that way. Carry easily over 200 pounds. I'm guessing 220. And the thing with Patrick is he attacked the left side all in the first quarter, and at one point in the first quarter was over 80 yards. He is now sitting at 142 yards in the ball game. Really what the difference was in the last few minutes, there was really kind of a shift, if you will, in the last series as far as the offensive strategy. They started running Diem up the middle instead of left side. He was able to crunch through some holes and get some 8-yard gains, which was really important to set up the score. And then, of course, you saw the flare pass going left side on the screen, which then set up some more nice passes. And, of course, the scoring pass play going to the right corner and a nice feather pass being thrown by Northridge. Of course, they were not able to get the extra point. So we are now sitting at 25-6. How important is this game? Well, we've already talked. We're going to give you some numbers here later on as far as the scores on the leaders in the 3A conference. And really important for both of these teams, if Northridge can come back, they could start to make a run. But right now it's the Lions needing this game as well, both coming in at 0-1. And we're going to get underway here shortly. Good to have you along at District 6 Stadium. Lions on top 25-6 in control, but Northridge looking to gain momentum, which they tried to establish and started to at the end of the second quarter. This one's going to go back. It's going to be taken at about the 10-yard line. Going up. Oh, nice hole. Breaking some tackles. Arm tackle's not working. It's going to be a race to the house, and it's going to be the Lions coming in and taking it in for the score. There's no flags on the play, and that was a 90-yard gallop. Basically, it was taken on the 10-yard line, and it was Wallace, and it looks like Aiden Wallace taking it all the way. What happened, there was a couple of really good, nice blocks that opened up the hole initially, but really some missed arm tackles. You could see some arms trying to slow him down and just not wrapping it up. And, of course, give credit, obviously, to the run of Wallace, just running right through those tackles. So now we're sitting at 31 points on the board for the Lions. So Walker back to try to get the extra point. Of course, he did make his last attempt. And that's going to be a penalty on the play. And I'm guessing that was Diem. It looks like Diem from here coming in from his linebacker side, trying to literally knock over the center. There will be a penalty on the play. Maybe a little frustration on giving up that big gallop showing itself there. So they will move this one forward. It should be. Not back, but forward. So a little bit closer here for Walker to try to get that extra point. We're going to be covering what the remaining schedules are. And when I say that, isn't that hard to believe? They've only played one game and we're saying remaining schedule because both teams are really down to their final 5 here, this one being one of them. And the importance of each games. And, of course, we're going to see some showdowns coming here shortly in the next few weeks. Again, watch Max Preps and watch the scores and watch the schedule because there's some good football left to be played here in this 2020 season. 11:46 left here. We're just in the second quarter. You heard it correctly. Lions already attacking. 1 run, 1 score. So looking for 2 here instead of the extra point with Walker. So far unsuccessful on the conversion plays. But Bauman has been very, very good at making decisions on his own and extending plays. Really what you have to watch for is the speed of Isaiah Grotto. He has been a major difference being able to go left side and right side and use his speed, and all he needs really is 1 block and that extra step or 2, and he is very tough to get down. Total difference. You look at the comparison between Grotto and then you look at Patrick Diem, and it's 2 different players altogether. One is all speed. It's like a road runner, meaning in Grotto, And then you see Diem, he's just a big Mack truck that runs over people with a lot of athleticism. So interesting comparison on the way that these two players play, and of course the strategy that goes to make them successful by both coaching. So a lot of discussion here. Obviously, the Lions are going to get another attempt at getting 2 more on the board. They're sitting at 31. Left in the schedule for the Lions, they're going to be traveling to Trailblazer Stadium. They will be playing Conifer. That will be important because as they go down this season, they're going to be having to face Meade. We'll talk about that later on. And Meade right now is in a battle that we know against Roosevelt. We don't have a score yet on that, but we'll give that to you shortly. So getting a nice conference, and it looks like Jeremy Hayden trying to get more information on what happened, but we're going to resume. Handoff right side, following a block, and taking it in for the score. Very smart play there. And it was Grotto following his lead blocker. And it was easy 2-point conversion here for the Lions. So they're now sitting at 33-6. And as we mentioned, we're just underway here into the third quarter. Good to have you along from District 6 Stadium. Very much fall-like, winter-like. Of course, because of social distancing, you can't really huddle with your neighbor and keep warm. And, of course, there is no concession stands, so you can't go get the hot chocolate. But a lot of warm-hearted fans, of course, on both sides, cheering on their teams. And so far, it's the Lions with the momentum. Northridge looking to get their hands on the ball and, of course, get some momentum and try to extend what they were doing in the second quarter. So we're seeing the ball pushed. We're going to see if there was some kind of a penalty up. Looks like it was. They're moving it up for the offensive line, or the kicking line, if you will, for the Lions. So it's going to be pushed back a little bit here for the Grizzlies. But what a showdown it's going to be when Meade takes on the Mountain Lions. And really the difference, that what I've heard, is the confidence in Bauman. Bauman just really learning the lessons from last week and some good play calling, and that's been the difference tonight. Ball taken on the 10-yard line. A little bit of nifting running, getting up to the 25-yard line, 15-yard on the run, and of course it will be Northridge again with the ball, looking to get something going here. You look at the all-star cast, and when I say this, of coaches that are on the sideline for Northridge, and you got to know they're developing some very good players. You've got Mark Rogie, you've got Don Edick on the defense. You have Eric Bergman, who is the offensive line coach. And these are guys that have taken teams to the state championship finals and several years into the state playoffs. Nice run going right side, big pickup. What the Grizzlies needed. Nice gain, taking it to the 40-yard line. So instead of going with Patrick Diem, they went speed this time and hitting the hole so much faster. That's what they needed, is just mixing it up. The line can open up the holes. It's now you got to get somebody to really catch the defense off guard, and that's what they did, and they get the first down. So we'll see if they go pass out of the shotgun. There's the pitch instead, trying to go left side, looking for a block. Nice cut, gaining and extending on the spin. And it looks like they got 9 on the play, so 2 very well-executed plays here by the Grizzlies to come out. They're going to call it 8.5 yards.
2nd and 2 for Northridge.
So we will see now if they can extend this, trying to push it over the 50-yard line. Mike Ray, George Oberleitner, and of course our friend Dean Popejoy bringing it to you. Good to have you along. Power play up the middle, going to get the first down. Nice little extra push by their friends, the Northridge friends. to Diem, and they get the first down and more.
Another Trujillo Holdings Incorporated.
You saw a little bit of frustration by Diem as he literally canned the center of the Lions here on the last play, which extended it, and they were able to take it from a 1-point to a 2-point conversion. 10:13 left, clock is moving, third quarter. Northridge with a first down looking pass. Down on the slant over the middle, a little bit short. Had the man open, just was not able to get it there. It didn't look like anything was tipped. Just didn't get the arm strength to get it up and deliver it into the hands of the receiver. He was open. So that will bring up 2nd and 10. Really, you think about for both quarterbacks here, it's all about confidence, and you can see moments for both sides and some brilliance really by both quarterbacks. So it's just all about confidence and getting that playing time. There it is, knocked down again. Good defensive play here by the Lions, and getting his hands up was Trustin Mays on the knockdown. Very well coached. You got to be impressed with the defensive coaching here by the Lions tonight. A number of balls have been blocked down on the quick pass. So again, good execution and good reads here by the Lions this evening. Third down, 10, ball still sitting on the 49-yard line. Pitch right side. There's the cutback. Going to be enough for the first down on that extra effort, or very close, actually. We'll see what the mark is. It should be a first down. Nope, it's going to be short. Short by about a yard.
Brings up 4th and short.
So most likely you will see Hayden go for this. I would be shocked if he didn't. What do you got to lose when it's 33-6? We'll see if they go power play with Diem. That's generally what they do. There it is, handoff up the middle, and he's stopped. It's going to be short, and they read that beautifully. So you can see the jam literally up the middle, and that was all linebacker as well as defensive line as well as defensive backs just jamming the hole. There was nowhere to go. When you're trying to run through about 5 players, a little bit tough to do even if you're Patrick Diem. So it's going to be a takeover on down and a very important defensive series now for the Northridge Grizzlies. You're going to see more clock control, probably more running here, and maybe some more yardage on the belt, literally. Oh, there's the keeper, good idea. But the defense is there. I only gained about 1.5 yards to 2 yards, so a good read by the defense in Northridge. It's going to bring up 2nd down, and we're going to call it 8 yards. It looked like for the moment he was going to have a nice hold there, but it collapsed quickly. So good job by the defense reading it. Left side, trying to follow the block, got a couple, and then yanked down. It's going to bring up 3rd down. So it should be 3rd and 5. Very important here. Northridge can hold this and go back to that style of football that they were playing going into halftime. This could make it start to be a little bit more interesting. A little reverse play action, or we'll call it play action. Coming right side, stringing it out. Enough for the first down. Good call. Little misdirection there. And it made the difference. Again, some very creative play calling here. Almost like a fake reverse, if you will. And it was effective and got him the first down. Some old-fashioned play calling here tonight, getting the first down. Looking pass on the play action. Got him open. Nice throw and catch. Better hang on to him. Shoestring, and it takes it down close to the 10, if not the 10-yard line. And a huge gain here by the Lions. So the play action gave the offense just enough time in the quarterback to get that off. And you see the completion on the slant over the middle, but there is a legal procedure. So that's going to nullify that play. So it looked like something that was really going to be a very nice executed pass play is going to be pulled back. Getting a little bit anxious on that front line are the Lions. They're wanting to put this away completely. Really, you think about this, if they go on and they score another touchdown or two, they're really trying to make a statement to the rest of the league because both Meade and Roosevelt put up big numbers. Right side, met quickly. Really no gain on the play. So Roosevelt is one of those teams that looks a lot like this. You see a lot of misdirection. You see, as far as the running is concerned, real heavy diet, and we're kind of seeing a page of some of Roosevelt's play calling tonight, but more passing. That's the difference. Left side, there's the cut, but the defense is right there. 3 to 4 Grizzlies in on the play, on the gang tackle, and that brings up third down. So a good defensive series so far. Obviously the misdirection on the fake reverse, if you want to call it that, if that's what they still call them. But that's been the big play so far here for the Lions, besides the big run early. Looking play action again, going to give himself, going to go deep. Here's the pass towards the corner, going up, and winning the jump ball. That should be an interception for the Lions, yep. And it's going to be around the 9 or 10 yard line. Timing the jump beautifully on the pass play. That could have been intercepted. But a good reception and watching the ball. Really, the defender was not watching the flight of the ball, and that was a great reception and pass play by the Lions. Roughly 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Looking pass down the middle, got him, and got the touchdown. What made that play effective is you could see Bauman looking left. He was looking towards corner. Again, the defense just had him hold there for a second, allowing the receiver to cut over the middle on the slant, got the reception, and then the extra effort to take it in for the score. Good play and good execution by the Lions. Walker looking to get that extra point, maybe get a second one here tonight. And they're calling it good. So that's 2 notches in the belt here for Walker tonight. Takes it up to 39-6. Good to have you along. This is the game of the week. District 6 television on YouTube channel. Good to have you along. Mike Ray, George Oberleitner, and Dean Popejoy bringing it to you. Just be watching the website as far as the District 6 website. You can see upcoming games, but it's really week to week on whether we'll be here or not to be able to do these games. Of course, another group that's out there, the NFHS, will be showing the same games for Northridge and the Mountain Lions. So just be watching not only the website for District 6, but also your NFHS network so that you can watch your favorite teams play in the remaining weeks to come. So a flag on the play, and they're going to call movement or illegal procedure. Interesting on the switch. Wow. Okay. You could see the shift going on, and that's what they called it on. So they're going to move it back 5 yards. And a little bit of grace there here for Northridge. Maybe they can get a nice run here. Really, some of the run backs that we've seen with Northridge on kickoff plays have been decent. They've been good ones. You've seen 10 to 15-yard returns, but not a full 90-yard gallop like we saw with the Lions earlier. Going to be taken back on the 17-yard line. Nice return. No gang tackle. It's going to be a race for the corner. And taken down at about the 20-yard line. Nice return. And really running through some arm tackles of the Lions. Beautiful run here and just needed here for the Northridge Grizzlies. Excellent. We believe it was Eric Childers who got the run back here for Northridge. Had to look that one up. And so a nice run, and really Northridge now with an opportunity to knock some of this lead down here. Down, it's 40-6. Oh, mishandled, and it looks like the Lions are going to get it. Yep, they do. So the snap was mishandled. And right there to get it were the Lions. And we're going to say, yep, it was Aiden Wallace in on the recovery. So the Lions now trying to kill what kind of momentum that Northridge was starting to get on that nice run. So I'm not expecting really any kind of mercy rule. Usually it starts to happen around 40 points. I'm not sure if you have to have a 40-point spread, so it's 40-6. So we probably won't see the mercy rule unless they score another touchdown. That's a possibility. Trying to get something out of nothing, maybe spinning for a yard that's going to bring up second down. But so far, we got to give hats off to Bauman. I mean, he has really grown up very, very quickly in his second week. Confidence was not there last week is what we've heard. You wouldn't know it tonight. Left side, trying to cut the corner. Spinning, getting about 4 yards on the play, or 2 yards. That should bring up third down. We're going to call it 3rd and 6, roughly, once they move the sticks here. Check that they're going to say 3rd and 4. 4:51 left here in the third quarter. Good to have you along. Game of the week, District 6 Stadium, Greeley, Colorado. Movement, defense drawn off. So the hard count worked here. It's going to go against Northridge. We saw that earlier, and it actually worked against the Lions. They did the hard count, and one of the offensive line moved for the Lions. So this time it's the design worked. Going right side, but quickly snuffed. Defensive tackle stepping right in there and stopping the run. Good play by the Northridge Grizzlies. You can see the reads are much better defensively here for the Grizzlies. Not only by the defensive line, but also the linebackers doing a good job of really starting to plug the holes now. Looking pass. Going left side, going to get a run out of it instead. Spinning, got about a 4 to 5 yard gain.
Schaefer on the keeper, brought down by Parker Steckel.
So it looks like we have a change in the quarterback. We're going to tell you more about that. And it's Aiden Schaefer, number 16, taking over for Bauman. Again, when you're up by as many points that the Lions are, it's very important to get other players in, and this is a good time for Aiden Schaefer. And it looked like he's a left-handed quarterback. You don't see that very often. especially in high school. It's mostly right-handed quarterbacks, but again, kind of refreshing to see something different here. And we'll see if that makes a difference. Maybe on the defense, it's a whole different look. Again, they're so used to seeing right-handed quarterbacks throughout the league. Now you're seeing almost a Kenny Stabler type of individual. We'll find out more about him at the break as far as what kind of passing, what kind of running. We'll get some numbers also on Aiden Schaefer. But we've got 3:34 left here. Very important. Northridge, again, same story, right? Got to come up with a defensive stop and then try to get some momentum going. They are down huge right now. And this is not only just to get stops, but it is for pride and try to make really some kind of a statement here for the rest of the league as well. These are those nights where a lot of a younger team will learn the lessons from a team that is a little bit older, maybe a little bit wiser, maybe, with the Lions. Nice cut up the middle on the cutback, and it's a huge gain. And it's Parsec. We understand that Parsec actually had turf toe last week, so he was not able to play against Fort Morgan. He's one of their big players, one of their big stars, and it's not only on the offense, but on the defense as well. So this is his first week back, and he's making a big difference on both sides of the ball. Keeper got about 4 to 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. So it was Schaefer on the keeper, of course, getting, we're going to call it 4 yards. Clock is running. Again, another discussion here with the coach trying to get the play in, talking to Aiden Schaefer. Chewing up a little more clock here. Mishandle on the snap. There's the spin. Got back to the line of scrimmage and really no more. That could have been really kind of a dangerous play there for Schaefer. That's why it's so important when you're way ahead to get your backup quarterback, because you never know as the season progresses. If your star quarterback goes down, you got to have somebody, especially if you're making a playoff run, which this team looks like they could do. We're going to get some scores here of the Meade-Roosevelt game here shortly for you. That's an important game going on tonight. There's a mishandle. It's going to get past Schaefer. So it'll be a loss in the play, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Schaefer recovers the fumble snap. Brings up fourth and
the snap was a little bit high, but it was very much it was in his wheelhouse. So again, being anxious and ready to go move faster than get the ball getting there, not just lack of concentration there on Schaefer. It's going to be fourth down, and you can see the Grizzlies ready to receive. 1:22 left. Clock is moving, heading towards the end of the third quarter. Flag on the play. We'll see if there's movement or what's going on here. See fingers pointing here from the Northridge side. So when Meade plays the Mountain Lions, it's going to be in November. That will be on the 5th. That will be at Meade. And you can see this will be a momentum builder for the Mountain Lions. Again, they face Frederick coming up 2 days before Halloween. That also is an away game. Nice kick. Spiral. It's going to end into the end zone. So Parsec, of course, who does everything for this team. He runs, he plays defense, and you can see a very good punter as well as it went sailing into the end zone. So we're pulling up some scores here for you as we promised. And right now it's Erie over Silver Creek 54-20. They're in the third quarter. And it looks like Dove Creek 41-12. That's a final over Sargent. But we are looking, and it looks like let me just get this. It looks like University lost to Delta 31-21. University, of course, locally here in Greeley.
At the 35.
So the ball sitting on the 35-yard line. Right now, Loveland trouncing Greeley Central. It is a final 51-0. Indians coming back powerfully. They have a very good senior-led team. Nice throw and almost received, but then knocked away at the last second. Literally, there were 2 to 3 Lions there that knocked that away. It looked like he was going to come up with a catch, meaning the Northridge receiver, but knocked away right at the end. So good defensive play. Second and 10. You know, we've covered these games over the last 8 to 10 to 12 years now. And really, if you want to call it the evolution of the leagues, it's just really been musical chairs for a lot of these teams as they've either grown in size or gotten smaller. Spin move, power play, guess who? DM going back to the bread and butter, got a nice run on the play. And he got about 8 on the play. It's going to bring up third down. We're going to call it 3rd and 2. DM, if he keeps going, he'll be over 200 yards in this game. He still has another quarter. He should be able to do it. Handoff again. There's DM going to hit with the spin. Extra effort easily gets the first down, taking it up close to the 50-yard line. So DM getting about almost 7 on the play. You think about his yards per carry has got to be huge tonight. And you got to think that some colleges are looking at him. They're going to down the ball here to try to get the clock stopped. So they do stop it at 5.9 seconds. So we'll see what Cooper Rose, what he will be doing, try to launch one here. They've been successful when they get him out of the pocket and he goes to his strong side. Three receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. You can see DM right there with Rose. There's the play action, man over the middle, a little bit high, not able to bring it in, and that will do it. So after 3 in the books, the Lions striking again, and they're up 40-6. You're watching the game of the week here on District 6 television. We'll be right back.
Flag on the play.
So it looks like we're still here, and there is a flag on the play. So this is going to push it back, literally. Ball is going to be sitting now on the 33-yard line. I'm not sure the relevance. They may put some time on the clock. We'll see if they get another shot at it. And it looks like they're calling a personal foul is what it is. So that is going to be the end of the third quarter. So we'll just keep it right here. Again, very important game as we keep reiterating here. We're still looking for that score here. But again, for the Northridge Grizzlies, really this is a game that they're going to have to rebound and try to build from this. And that's the important thing, is learning the lessons as they play other teams, maybe with not the firepower that we're seeing tonight. It's all development. I mean, you've got some good running backs, obviously. You have some good defenders. You think about some of the plays that they have stopped on the defensive line. They've made some very good plays defensively. So really they can build from this game and learn a lot from this game. And one of the things that I think here, besides consistently going to DM, which is a smart move, is to get the quarterback out of the pocket, and that's been very successful here for them tonight. So this will be a good learning experience here for these Grizzlies. So there, I see they're just going to go right into the fourth quarter is what we're doing. Okay. So it's now third down. And looking, there's the pass over the middle. Very short pass, but it was knocked down. And it's going to go 4th down here. So, again, most likely the Grizzlies will have to punt.
4th down.
Oddly enough, they are not listing the score for Meade and Roosevelt yet. It's not being posted on Max Preps. So we'll just have to wait till tomorrow to get an idea of how this is going to play out. So Roosevelt set to kick. We're in the 4th quarter. No. Ooh, almost blocked. Northridge kicker just getting it away. Good job to do that with the pressure on. Gets a little bit of a roll, and the ball will be down at about the 31-yard line. Game of the week, District 6 Stadium. Good to have you along, and really, more importantly, good to see a crowd out here. Of course, with social distancing, not quite the same effect, but nonetheless, it is good to be here and good to be bringing you this game. You can watch this as often as you'd like. Just go to the District 6 website, and it is there for you. They have a YouTube channel. It will guide you on where you can see this and enjoy this game for years to come. So it's the Lions taking it over on an extra kick here. Ball sitting now on the 31-yard line. Schaefer, of course, not as effective in that last series. Some mishandles. Flag on the play. Looks like there's going to be movement clearly. It will go against the Lions. So the coordination with the new quarterback is not the same as they had with Bauman. That's pretty clear. Last week it was Bauman that was pulled out of the game. He was just not effective last week, and it was Schaefer that came in, and they scored 10 points in the game. Handoff up the middle, good run. Going to get the first down and more. Spinning to the 50-yard line. So that's Castillo with the run. And Romero, who is a senior, getting some nice stats on his sheet and pushing it up for a first down. We see somebody else warming up on the sideline here for Northridge. We'll see if that's going to be a change at quarterback. We'll get you that quarterback name if he does come in, and we'll give you some history on him as well. Handoff, Romero gets a second attempt. Got another nice run. And Romero getting about 9 on the play. Really what was nice about that play was his ability to cut back, cut left. He started out right, saw nothing was there, made a quick cut and able to extend it and get 7 on the play. Ball sitting on the 43-yard line. There's the keeper. Easily going to get the first and more. Oh, nice cut. Cutting back. It's Bauman that's got back in the game. There is a flag. We'll see if this gets pulled back. So Bauman with a beautiful read, but there is a flag. We'll see if that makes a difference in this play. Usually when you see that, there's some kind of block in the back. But really the infraction, if you will, happened, I want to say, around the 20-yard line. But they are taking it down to, it looks like the 3-yard line, so it looks like they're going to count. Oh, it is a touchdown. Okay, got it. Wow, that was huge. Extra mishandle on the extra point, and they're just going to eat it. But nonetheless, it's now 46-6. It is a 40-point lead here, and the Lions really enjoying a sweet victory so far. Apparently, we still got a lot of time, but it's going to be tough to come back, and this will be making a statement to the rest of the league. So Northridge now, it'll be interesting if they do have a quarterback change. We did see somebody warming up. It could be Eli Wolf, who is not only a quarterback, but he's also a holder. It's his placeholder. So we'll see if Eli gets a shot coming in here to replace Cooper Rose. Tough night for the sophomore for Cooper, but he did make some very nice plays. And keep in mind that nice throw and touchdown pass to the right corner to get their 6 points. So on the last play, the last time that the Grizzlies received the ball, a very nice run back. We'll see if they can duplicate that. Taken at the 11. There's the cutback, looking for the hole. Nice cut, nice gain. We've seen a number of, on the kick returns, some very nice runs here by the Grizzlies tonight. So the ball will be sitting at about the 33, 34 yard line. Actually, they are going to mark it at the 35. So the clock is running. It is a running clock. We'll see if it continues. We're not sure if this is a mercy rule or just normal clock running. But usually that's when it happens after 40 points spread. Wide receivers split. Trying to go outside, trying to go to the right side, wasn't even close.
Eli Wolf's pass incomplete.
So it looks like it looks like Eli Wolf is in the ball game. So a chance here to get some experience here for Wolf. We did see him warming up on the sidelines. 7:55 left in this ball game. Good to have you along from District 6 Stadium. More games, of course, coming this weekend. Check your listings. You can see them on a variety of locations, including the NFHS. Pitch going right side. Looking for the block. Getting the block. Getting the first down. Going out of bounds. And stopping the clock. Good play. So Diem again adding some more numbers, banging his way for a first down. We got to get some totals here on Diem. We're sitting at 181 yards for Patrick. Still plenty of time to get that 200 mark. That would be huge. Ball sitting at the 50-yard line. Pass looking, and it's going to be short. Not enough arm strength on that one. Again, you can see the defender trying to getting up, maybe kind of distracted Wolf on the play. Nonetheless, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Looking, nothing there. Defender is there and pulled down for a about 3 to 4 yard loss. Nice play again by the Lions. They've been putting a lot of pressure both on Cooper Rose and now on Eli Wolf. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. We're going to call it 3rd and 13. So Wolf with really kind of a rude awakening here facing this Lion defense. Getting some valuable playing time. Handoff right side. And Snuff Diem this time caught. No gain on the play, maybe even a half-yard loss. It's going to bring up 4th down. So again, the defense getting a good read. They could see it coming. Pretty well spelled out where they're going to go. And, of course, the Northridge Grizzlies set to kick. So back to receive for the Lions is Reckemer is the Zach Reckemer. So Reckemer with an opportunity here to get some yardage, get some numbers. So it looks like this is going to go against, it's going to go against the Grizzlies. 5 more yards being pushed back. So again, a little closer here for the receiver to move to get something going. Blocked again. Really, that would have blocked easily because there was no loft on the kick whatsoever. So the Lions feeling pretty good. You can hear the crowd and the team really excited about what's happened here tonight, and it's going to be the Lions that are going to take over here. We'll see if it's either Bauman or Schaefer. We saw Bauman come in briefly, and that's what set up that run. Again, Schaefer briefly was in the ball game. And it looks like we have a different quarterback in between Bauman and Schaefer. And it looks like, we're waiting for a quarterback. It looks like it is Josh Santos. He's a sophomore and also listed as a quarterback. So now we have Josh Santos. This is the third quarterback in the game for the Lions. And this is going to be a flag on the play, and it's going to go against the Lions. So, again, moving it 5 yards. Ball now sitting on the 49-yard line. Santos looking in the shotgun. Handoff going right side, but a nice cutback. And it was...
Jack Hall, the ball carrier, stopped by...
Okay, it was Jack Wall with a nice cutback. He would have lost quite a bit of yards, but makes a cut back and gets some of that back, so it's going to bring up second down. We'll call it second and 14. So Santos, with his first play in the ball game with a handoff, we'll see if he gets a chance to throw one. So far, they've been very good about going down the middle or on the play action. Good time to try to pull the rabbit out of the hat on this one, give him a chance. Snuffed right there on the handoff. Wow, what a great play that was by the Grizzlies. That was Michael Pineda very quickly in on the tackle for the Grizzlies. So the clock is a running clock. We're close to the end of this ball game, down to about 1:42 minutes. Third down. We're going to call it 3rd and 16. So far, no attempts by Santos to be able to throw the ball. Maybe he'll get a shot here. There's the handoff, cut back, right side, getting a few back of what they lost on the last play. And it's Blake. We're going to try this. Patnud. Blake Patnud on the run. Down to less than a minute. So really, we'll start recapping now. Really, the big difference was the effectiveness of the play calling and the ability by Bauman to get some great reads. And, of course, good passing, good running. We saw some great efforts here tonight by Grotto, and we'll say also coming in was Pashek, also having a great night also when they needed it. But really, it's been some great execution all set up by that offensive line of the Lions. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up here in the future and be watching the scoreboards tonight of Roosevelt and Meade because the showdown is coming. 4th down. Really just wasting that clock as much as they can. And he's just going to do the victory kneel down, and that should do it. So an impressive victory here for the Lions, a learning experience for the Northridge Grizzlies. A lot of talent on both sides, and, there will be adjustments made on the Grizzlies side. And most likely in the weeks to come, we will see some victories coming here for the Northridge Grizzlies. Final score here for you, 46-6. You can watch a rebroadcast of this as much as you like. Go onto the YouTube channel for District 6 Television, and you can watch it as much as you like. For George Arbeleitner and, of course, my buddy Dean Popejoy, I'm Mike Ray, bidding you a pleasant good evening from District 6 Stadium.